How's it going, everybody? Welcome to PKA Podcast number 44, sponsored by the Gutterball Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, and we have our co-host here, Taylor, and we're just going to be jumping right into it this week, guys. Jackson, how you doing?
Great. I am wonderful. We're filming this on a Thursday evening. It's 4:20 for all you tokers and smokers out there. You know what I'm talking about. No, but I've been good. It's more of the same old, just, trying to stay ahead of life, you know what I mean? You got to kind of keep the ball rolling consistently, or you're going to let the bad thoughts catch up to you. Got to do shit you don't want to do. Just kind of settle into that. Really excited. I got like anxiety anticipation for the concert. It's 10 days. I get to go down with all the boys.
I'll
get
be
to
going.
see my friend who's out. Yeah, Paul's
You get
gonna
to
be
see
there.
your brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's awesome. But my friend who's been gone in Colorado for a while is coming back, so it's gonna be a grand old time. But other than that, I'm feeling great. Paul, how you doing? What's your week been like?
Not bad, fresh cut fi. Looking nice here. Not a bad week. It's actually pretty busy at work. Just a lot of like implementation stuff in IT. You know how that goes. A lot of testing.
Yeah.
And then deployment and making sure things go right. But yeah, not bad. I'm really been digging. Well, I'm also very excited for the Puya concert. Really excited to see you come down, see my newer place.
Yeah, for sure.
And this week's been pretty decent. I really wish it was like last week when we had 3 80-degree days in the middle of April.
Yeah, we got
now,
60, but
yeah. But like now, man, it's just been rainy and wet and 40. It's like a typical spring in Midwest. It's that weird. What do they call it? Spenter, like spring, winter. Like it's just like an odd. Like we're still getting snow every once in a while. It sucks.
Well, like 2 hours up from Duluth, it's bad. Like it's not good. Like I was saying, like fucking half an inch of ice. It just snowed a little bit, then it rained a bunch. It's pretty brutal. I'm not liking it. It doesn't even look like we're gonna get into the 60s in the next like 10 days or 50s even. It's gonna be like flat 40s and 30s. But I do see down in Minneapolis though for Puya, it's gonna be 60 degrees. So that'll be nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Hopefully it's pretty consistent.
Still, maybe I'll let you rip the scooter.
Yeah, honestly, that'd be really fun. I get T-boned.
Yeah, you get T-boned.
Oh man, guy, I'm gonna fall like Tom Segura did.
No, yeah, you're gonna Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
But one thing I've liked this week that came out is Fishtank TV. Okay, Fishtank Live, right? So for those of you listening who don't know who that is, it's or what that is, it's a show on the internet that's streamed 24/7 right now. Currently, you can go to fishtank.live. Is it fishtanktv.live? It's either fishtank.live or fishtanktv.live, but it's a show that Sam Hyde's hosting, that Jet Neptune's also a part of, kind of running the whole shtick. And what they did is they gathered 8 contestants, right? Random people from around the world. I will say one of them's from China, but most of them are from the United States. I actually think one's from Canada too. And they're just people that they thought would be the most interesting dynamic to put in a house, right? They're in a house for 6 weeks. They cannot go outside at all. Can't have any stimulants, no like drugs, like no weed, there's no TV in there. There's maybe a few books around. Sometimes they'll come in and give them like pickleball paddles I've seen. And like a bubble gun just happened here this evening here shortly not too long ago, but it's 24/7. There's cameras all over the house, except the bathrooms. Every bedroom has a camera. You can donate and do text to speech, and you can mess with them. Like you can
do a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What could you do? Types of things, Paul. You could do take their bed away in the middle of the night. Turn, to make it really hot, make it really cold. EMP, turn off all the lights. And I think you were saying the prices of like some of these big ones, like take their bed away, is like what?
Like $800 in tokens.
$800. Okay, yeah. That's pretty pricey. I wonder if almost
you can send one of them a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like I wonder if they could have some sort of like pool and thing where everyone could pool like money into one, but I feel like then it would just defeat the purpose of it. But I guess if you got like 10 buddies, I'll split it. You could take away someone's bed.
And throughout this whole thing, they also have a camera crew coming in time to time during the major parts, right? So these people are all living in the house. They bring them food and stuff. But there's no stimulants, so it's like they pretty much only have each other to rely on for entertainment for the most part, other than like reading a book or playing cards, or sometimes I think they brought Mousetrap in to play and some other board games. But so people will get eliminated. The person that it goes 6 weeks, but the last person gets 10 grand. Now, I'm assuming they're going to really start ramping up eliminations then. This Sunday is supposed to be the first person gets voted off, and I don't know yet how that works. If the chat votes it off, like the people that are actively in the chat room chatting, but these, they can't see what people are saying about them other than like what comes through text to speech. Right. They have challenges to do that. Okay, so their host is Sam Hyde, and he comes in. He's Jason Goldstriker, and
Kind of a bully.
Yeah, kind of a bully. Yeah, and I mean, like the first challenge, he made them count grains of rice, dude. Like at like 1 a.m. It was brutal. And the winner of that got like $1,000, and they get what's called fish bucks, so like a printed off thing, and then at the end they end up getting a certain sum of money depending on how much fish bucks they have, and if they win. Like they're the last one that they get 10 grand if you win. The season pass is $40. I might buy it because they have a camera crew going in, and you get access to the documentary after, so it can actually like decently filmed and like edited and produced content, right? So I'm really looking forward to that. Man, some of them are some weird people. I would say by far my favorite in the lead right now is probably Daniel, because he's such a wild card. He like randomly screams. He's weird. I want Daniel to win just because I think he's super chill. But second up is probably Josie, the quiet one. I don't know. She's gaining a big fan base because of her speech she did or whatever.
Oh, I didn't even hear.
They had to write an essay, and they had to all present it in front of Sam.
I saw a couple of those. I think they're all kind of a little goofy in their own right, but they seem like all right people. Yeah. Some of them are got pretty offended at the Texas speech already.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was funny.
Oh, I don't like John or Simmons. I hope both those guys get voted off. No, John never stops talking.
Yeah, one of them was being weird and like sniffing sheets. I don't know which one that one.
I think it was Daniel.
Yeah, they called him out.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. What are you doing, man?
Well, fucking John. He's the one that showed up last. So like you had until midnight to show up. I think he got there a little after midnight. And he was like on the plane ride or on the Uber there, like on his phone in the chat room. And he told them all about the things they could buy. And Sam brought up, he's like, you're a snitch. Like brought it up.
Oh, yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah. Because
dude, what a little fucking sneaky fuck.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't just get kicked off right then and there, to be honest, because he kind of like ruined some of the. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some other things you can pay for to do. Like one of the things is ridiculous. Like you can pay to have them in the middle of the night come in and take everything in the freezer and put it in the fridge, and everything in the fridge in the freezer.
That's so brutal, dude. They're gonna starve to death in there. They're all malnourished when they come out.
Yeah, dude. And now they have a season pass goal. They're at 12%, and once they get 100%, it says Frank Hassel gets unleashed.
What's that mean? What does he?
Yeah,
what he does, dude. He just take. I couldn't even imagine what he does. He takes all the doors off, the brooms, and just leaves with them. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of things. Turns everything upside down. Like, literally.
But what's great about this is you can literally just like, oh, you're bored, just pop open Fishtank and see what these freaking people are up to. Like, what weird things are.
6 weeks.
Like they've gotten some already pretty controversial conversations going, some arguments. Like, they seem to be getting along for the most part, though, which is good. I mean, obviously, like they don't want violence in the house.
No, those two, one of those two guys were a little snippy with each other.
Oh, Simmons and John don't like each other, and I don't like either of them. No, Simmons is a little odd. He just sings all the time, which I guess is all right, but he's not. He thinks he's a good singer. He's not that good. But
he's not a good singer. No, maybe it's the microphones. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, you got microphone, full color camera access, 24/7 in that house they're in, and boy, does it not look fun. Let me say that's
it's the first reality TV that's not scripted, literally. Like that's what Sam was saying, and it's the truth. Who else has done this before? Nobody. Maybe some weird Chinese company has, or like Japan, because they get those weird fucking shows going on. But no, it's great. It's a blast to watch. Definitely got to give me some Fishtank merch.
Oh yeah, I want the pillow.
Super cool idea. Yeah. I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, but shout out to Sam Hyde. You're putting together some great content, man, and I can't wait for World Peace 2. He had a show on Adult Swim called World Peace that was canceled due to some political stuff, I would say. And now he's working on getting World Peace 2 jump started with, like, he's got Charles back, Nick Rochefort, all these other comedians that are in kind of his group, and it's gonna be great. Can't wait for it. But I'm loving Fishtank, man. Like, if I had a big following, I'd be tweeting the hell out of it. I think Mr. Beast tweeted it or shared it, and they at the first day had like 20,000 watchers or something.
I feel like I saw a thumbnail where someone said that, where they put Mr. Beast on Fishtank or something.
Yeah,
that'd be funny if at the end Mr. Beast comes and gives you $500,000 or something.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That'd be the biggest fucking flip around ever. I gotta say though, I don't like Mr. Beast, but
He's okay.
yeah,
I get what he's
I don't
doing.
know. I get what he's doing too, but I've seen a lot of videos where like kind of paints it and like what he's actually doing, and I don't know. It's just like it's good though that he's doing that to people. So, but
Yeah.
whatever. I
Um,
won't hate on him too
but
much.
yeah, not too much about Fishtank. You guys should really check out
Mm-hmm.
fishtank.live or tv.live. It's always up. And I'm honestly surprised for the smaller group they are. It only went down like once. And they had it up in like 5 minutes. Like all the
Well,
cameras went down like once or twice and they had it back up in like 5 minutes.
yeah. Well, like Sam was saying, he said we were expecting 5,000 people at once, and I think they got what, like 80,000 viewing
It was something
at some
crazy right at the
points,
beginning.
like even up to 100,000, which is I don't know, but that's a lot, man. Compared to like if you go on Twitch, like you rarely people are above that or even
Yeah.
near that, you know.
Vance is the most normal one. Like he's quiet
I don't
and
know him by name yet, so
you
what's he look
go
like?
through the contestants list.
Is he the big Hawaiian or Mexican guy?
No, that's Morrow.
Okay.
And he's
Oh,
just
it's
like a
Morrow.
really nice guy.
Yeah, he's pretty chill.
And he also admitted to eating his own cum when he was a kid earlier when I was watching. He's like, "You guys haven't tasted your own cum?" He's like, "I did it when I was a teenager." They're like, "What the fuck?" And Daniel was like, "Yeah, one time when I overshot."
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's cursed.
dude,
I couldn't imagine
dude,
being
these
sad.
people like. Where did he find? Like Simmons
Dude,
almost burned down the house twice. Simmons, the first day they get pizzas, right? He wants to heat up the pizza. He puts the entire cardboard box with the pizza in it in the oven to heat it up. And they were like, "Don't do that." And so one of them took it out. This morning he does the same thing, and John's like, "Dude, stop! Just put it on a plate or in a pan and put it in the oven." Like Jesus.
What the? Wait, dude, you're fucking.
I'm not even joking.
He do that on purpose.
I'm not even
dude.
joking.
Well, I don't know how Sam described it when he said he found him, but he called them something in sort of they're goobers. They're all he just found goobers to put on the show. And here's the thing: I always like, man, I wish I could go on Fishtank, but he would have known immediately. I knew who he is. His main goal was to have people who didn't know who he was. So because he got thousands of applicants probably.
And the only one I know of so far that actually knows of his comedy and watched it is Sylvia. She talked about how her ex-boyfriend used to watch Sam Hyde and she watched like some of the comedy with him. But I think that's the only one that's really spilled the beans about knowing about Sam. But dude, like John this morning woke everybody up at like, I think it was like 9 or 10 a.m. So it wasn't bad. He set all the smoke detectors off, cooking one piece of bacon. He burnt the fuck out of it and it smoked out the whole house. The whole camera crew ran in and were opening the doors and shit. And I was like, who are these fucking nards, dude?
Yeah, I remember when he asked, like, who's rich here? I think he was the one of him that put up his hand or something. And it's like, well, you haven't done anything. How do you fuck that up? You're a full grown man. Should be embarrassed.
And he owns a restaurant. He's part owner of a
really?
restaurant, supposedly. He's been telling a lot of lies. I think he's really insecure, honestly. But
I believe it.
But yeah, Fishtank TV, check it out. 24/7. Sam Hyde.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
I went to a pinball bar the other day in Superior, Average Joe's, right across the bridge.
They have
Take a
pinball
left,
in there
literally.
now?
They have 5 pinball machines and really new ones too. They just had the Foo Fighters one in there.
Oh, that's cool.
That one came out like within the last 2 months, I think, and it's not cheap. That shit's like $3-4 grand. You know what I mean? They got the Rush one in there. They had the Mandalorian. Mandalorian's also very new. What else do they have? They had the Munsters, and they had Godzilla. So they were about 5 machines in there. It was a good time. Me and Max went out there. Pretty pricey, about $2 for 3 games, and those games go quick if you suck at pinball.
Yeah.
And boy, let me tell you, I suck at pinball.
That is expensive. $2 a game for 3 games. That's kind of crazy.
It's expensive. Well, in a game you get 3 balls as well, you know. So you better be good. Max has just dominated me in every fucking score, but I was playing the Rush one. I probably played that one the most. Probably spent like $15 on that one alone. But what I found when I did some research on it is it's kind of a hated on game because, you know, obviously pinball machines can't just be straight like ramp. It kind of has to be like a curved, you know. People don't realize that it's not just a straight down.
It's kind of like,
if it's straight down, it's just gonna go right in. You know what I mean? But the Rush one is like that. So you play it a lot, and there's like a hole you can shoot it into, and it spits it back out. But every time it does, it goes right down the hole. Like you can't avoid it. It doesn't matter what you do. And me and Max are like, this is horse shit. You know, you get it stuck in this hole, it spits it out right down the hole. It goes, and you're fucked, and you lose a ball.
Yeah.
And it was really making me upset. So I was like, fuck this machine. So I just played the other ones because I realized it was kind of a little junky.
Yeah.
But it looked really nice. They had like concert footage only for that machine. Rush recorded their own lines. Geddy Lee says something like, he's like, man, I can play bass, sing, and use the keyboards, and you can't even hit a damn ball. And he just roasts you.
Yeah.
And it's Geddy's voice, too. It's him, but he recorded it. The only way a Rush pinball machine would work is if Rush approached them, and they did. And Rush was like, yeah, have concert footage. We'll record lines for like 4 hours for you guys. But it was just cool. I just liked having the little concert footage play, and like how you played would change it and stuff.
Yeah.
Neat.
I love pinball. I don't play it enough. I think the last time I played is I have a bar a block away called Spring Street Tavern. It's got really good food. So sometimes Des and I go there. The drinks are pricey, but they have a Deadpool one and a Kiss one. And I play the Deadpool one just because it's in like an easier part of the bar to kind of access where there's a ton of people around. The other one's like by the door, so it's kind of like weird.
Just like there, yeah.
Yeah, and the Deadpool one, dude, I was playing one night. I only played it like once or twice ever. And Des was like, Jesus, you can't lose. I'm like, how many balls do I get? Like, it just wouldn't stop. I put like 2 quarters in, and it just kept going. And maybe I was just getting bonuses or something. Like, the scoring on that is just
3
like,
balls.
yeah. But no, pinball's awesome. Whenever you come down here sometime, I think they moved or are in the process of moving, but there is a place in the Roseville Mall called Starcade. And they have just like, you've been there?
Yeah.
I think they're
see
moving it.
Maybe I didn't go to Starcade. Was that the one with all the retro TVs and stuff where you can play like Smash Bros. Melee? On a tube TV? That's
I don't
not
know.
That one.
I don't know.
That's
I haven't
another-
even
but
been to Starcade. I want to go with somebody that would appreciate it. So it's the same.
Oh,
like,
it was Starcade. Yeah, Starcade's awesome, bro. They have they used to Smash Bros. Melee on GameCubes on tube TVs, just in there.
Oh, that's
You
cool.
just pick it up and play it. Yeah, it's sick, dude. I don't know about the pinball. I don't remember seeing a lot of pinball. But to be fair, half of it was closed that day because there was a party going on. So I was like, fuck, because they had like a Simpsons skee ball and shit. And I was like, man, I would have loved to play that.
I think they said they're moving because he literally said what's in there that he owns is not even half of all the machines and stuff he has. He wants a bigger space.
It's so cramped in there, bro.
Yeah.
There's like, really cramped.
That's
No, yeah, you should have to go to Starcade. That's one Timmy Williams goes to. So
yeah. My
goes there all the time.
My what was I gonna say? My favorite pinball game ever, though. There was this girl I worked with at Papa Murphy's. We were good friends when I was working there in high school, and I went over to her house once, and her dad straight up had Indiana Jones pinball like in their living room. And I was like, "This is tight." So cool. It was a Temple of Doom one, and like the ball would roll. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. And so I played the shit out of that one. I love that one a lot. It was sick.
Yeah. No, I love pinball. Super pricey hobby, but I would love to own a machine in the future or build my own.
Oh yeah, you can build your own. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I want to bring this up on the cast so I can put you on the spot.
Okay.
What's up with the fucking hitting door behind your fucking painting in our Minecraft world that's got about 24 goddamn diamonds in the chest? Were you gonna tell me about that at any point?
I literally told you.
You've been holding out. You have been holding out. I found it.
Yeah.
You have been holding out, and I filled the whole damn thing up with obsidian, so have fun.
Why? Fuck you.
Yeah,
you
fuck you. You son of a bitch.
Gone?
No, your diamonds are there, and you're lucky because Jack comes in the world, and he's like, oh, look at Jack's painting in his bedroom. Let me guess, hidden door, and he walks right through it.
Yeah.
You just knew right off the bat.
Oh no, I knew anyone would find. They could have them. Yeah, no, those are community diamonds just down there. And literally, ladies and gentlemen,
you didn't tell me.
I kept telling Paul, I got diamonds hidden behind the painting. You should go look at my hidden chest, and you brushed it off. But all while you knew about it, I was literally telling you.
Yeah, I was waiting for the cast to roast you on it, you bastard. Now everybody can hear you're holding out diamonds on me in our Minecraft world.
It's the only reason I had them down there is just because, like, oh, if I need to grab them, I don't want to get our diamonds confused. I don't want to be a munger because I'm at the point where I only want diamond axe and swords. You know, I'm trying to get more for helmets, but I'm glad you didn't find the 64 stacks I had. You'll never find those.
Yeah. You want to know what else pissed me off? You didn't block up the hole in the wall, so the zombie fucking spawned to get in there, and I was tearing apart the walls.
What do you mean?
There was a baby zombie in the fucking wall behind your bed.
I didn't know it could spawn in a 1 block radius.
Yeah, it was
I didn't know,
ridiculous.
to be fair, that I know. Dude, you literally break 1 block, you smash it in the skull. I was like, dude, that was fucking okay.
I'm
Those are
having
my diamonds. Don't touch them.
I'm having a reignited passion to playing Minecraft. I love building games, and so that's why I always like Minecraft. And it's one of those games, even for me, I come back to it every couple of years and do a whole new world. This time around, though, I'm doing it different. I'm trying to I always spend all my time building, and then when I run out of materials, I'm just so lazy to go get stuff or farm because I hate it. But I'm really trying to force myself, and I'm enjoying exploring. I found a bunch of mine shafts and dungeons, and I explored that. I found that new scary area with the warden that I didn't want to go in. I haven't went in yet. Ancient cities, I think they call it. But no, I'm having a really good time playing. If I ever get bored in it, my plan is to just look up how to build this generator, how to do this, and just implement it in our world. Lately, it's just been a lot of grinding, trying to find diamonds and stuff. But no, I want to do everything. We already completed a mansion. Now I want to do all the nether. I already completed one of the, what did you call that base thing that was near us?
The Bastion.
Yeah, so I already did one Bastion. But I want to do everything. I want to kill the dragon. I want to do the Elder Guardian, the Wither, get a beacon. I think beacon's end game, basically. But no, I'm actually having a lot of fun in it.
Yeah. No, I've killed the Ender Dragon a couple times, even on hardcore world, so I'm not too worried about it. But also PC ups the difficulty. All that was on console. But no, I'm excited. We should definitely play that soon because I haven't been playing it lately, so I had to get back on that.
Server's up 24/7 now.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah, because everybody wants to play at random times. Fucking Jack played at 3 a.m. I saw him log in last night. And
I might be playing after the cast. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I'm doing after the cast.
Yeah, and anybody in the comments, if you aren't going to come grief, you can come join my Minecraft server. Just message us at gutterballbusiness@gmail.com.
So, did you drop the money on it then? Did it cost you?
For what?
Oh, they had the world up 24/7.
No, I just leave my computer on, bro.
Oh,
dude.
Oh, really?
It's funny.
You're madman.
Dude, even under load, with how much RAM I have in its DDR5, it uses half a gig of memory. It costs nothing to run it. It's so lightweight. And it's not like we're hosting hundreds of people. If we were hosting 100 people, I couldn't host it on my computer.
Yeah.
Maybe I could, but I wouldn't be able to play or do anything else on it. I mean, my computer's pretty powerful, but no, at that point I would just rent a server or do a realm in the Windows 10 edition. But I'm really enjoying shaders because I've never done that, so I have really cool Seuss shaders. And honestly, Jack, you should try doing the Seuss shaders this time around. Because I tried that dark one you talked about, and I was like, this is horse shit. I can't see anything.
So bad, dude.
And you can edit the settings super granular on those down in there. But I was trying to make that one better. I spent an hour editing settings. I'm like, this is just dog shit. There's one that makes one look like Fallout, where everything's super the sky's hazy. It looks like everything was nuked. That one's kind of cool. I have that one.
Cool. As long as it's not dark, as long as it's bright, is all one I need. I just got to be able to see.
But I am going to try to implement a resource pack, a texture pack eventually, to see how that looks with my shaders. But honestly, dude, Seuss shaders with the iris loader, it's what I've used this whole time. I like the look of it.
It just looks nice.
It's bright. Everything's saturated.
I don't even mind. I mean, I'll try it, but I don't even mind vanilla Minecraft. I'm whatever.
But after I've done this now, I'm like, God damn, it just looks so good.
Now you can never go. Yeah, you can never go back. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll at least use it for a little bit, but never again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see a horror Minecraft texture pack, not a hooker one, but a horror one. Stay away from that.
Yeah,
you don't want
insanity pack. It's terrible.
Insanity. Yeah, it's terrible. It's so bad.
You've been watching any movies lately?
Yeah, I actually started watching it with Dad. I've already seen it a couple times. He hasn't seen it. The remake, not the original. I haven't seen the original. I do like the original though. I get what they were trying to do with that one, but I just watched this movie called Mary and Max, and it's an animated kind of feel good movie. And I don't know how I found out about it. I think I found out about it through a meme.
Yeah.
But based on a true story. Pretty much a girl who's 6 years old writes to an autistic guy because she doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
This is the 60s and 70s, in New York. She's in Australia. It's kind of weird. It's not a pedophile story. The dude's 43 and he doesn't know any better. He's just really autistic. But pretty much it's a correspondence they have over over 20 years or something until she grows up, and they just talk to each other pretty much. and it just deals with like homophobia, like autism, depression,
Yeah.
addiction, suicide. It deals with all that in there. It's a really sad movie. Um, but it's good. I liked it. It's animated. They took a lot from The Simpsons. I felt a lot of the facial animations and stuff, but it's all claymation too, which I really like. But it's good. Pretty good
Yeah.
movie. All pretty much all in black and white as well.
Interesting. And it's animated?
Animated, yeah,
Hmm.
claymation.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like a mix of claymation and like regular. I think.
Do you remember the Max and Ruby cartoon, the little bunnies?
I do. The bunnies.
Classic.
Yeah, I never really watched that. That was a little too retarded for my taste.
Hey, it was very it was a wholesome show. I randomly like a week ago was like, you know what I want to watch all of for some reason, because I heard a lot of them were horrible, but I want to be the judge of it. The Transformers Michael Bay movies. And I watched the first one over the span of a week, like in bits and pieces with Destiny, because she wanted to see him too. And we watched just the first one. That one holds up, and everybody knows, like from what I hear, that one's just like the best one. That's a decent movie, the first Transformers. But they have like 6 or 7 of them, I think now, or like 5. It's like The Last Night and like all these other ones where it's just Optimus left and he gets killed. I don't know much about it. Yeah, they get hardcore though. The reason why I want to watch them is just like I never really gave the other ones a chance, simply because I heard they were bad. I think I maybe saw the second one once, but I guess I'll know when I go watch it. I'm just watching them slowly. Like when we're bored and have nothing else to watch, we'll just pull up a Transformers movie. Dude, Transformers are fucking sick. Shout out Hasbro's and their toys, and the show, the animated show is cool when I was younger. But I don't know. Who's your favorite Transformer? Who's your favorite Autobot? And who's your favorite Decepticon?
Okay, well, hold on. Just let me, before I forget this, did you ever have the Transformer toys? And when you were little, you could never make them transform. Like, it was just not an option.
Yeah, it was hard.
I had ones where I could just never do it. I was trying to bend it, and I used to snap them in half, and to be like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I could never do that. But I don't know a lot about Transformer. I don't remember it. The last one I saw was the one in theaters way back when I was really little, when Optimus dies, and then he comes back and kills everybody.
Yeah, he's got that sick blade, bro.
Yeah, I think from what I remember from the first one is the I like Starscream.
Starscream's my favorite Decepticon.
Yeah, it's favorite Decepticon. Jet. And then I like Jazz. I think is my favorite.
Who gets murdered in the first one? He gets torn in half by Megatron.
Yeah, right on the build, and he just fucking pulls him. That's so brutal.
He's like, you want a piece of me? He's like, yeah, 2 of them, and he rips them in half.
Right, he does. It's fucked up. Yeah, no, it's probably my 2. I don't really got anyone. Is Megan Fox an Autobot or not? She'd be my favorite.
Jazz was a fucking Pontiac Solstice, like one of the shittiest sports cars like ever made.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I don't think they were that bad. They're just kind of ugly to me. And it was towards the end of, it was like a 2008, like towards the end of Pontiac's, kind of when they were done. Honestly, man, I thought Pontiac had some good looking cars. They might have not been the most reliable, but like without breaking, oh man, if Pontiac Aztecs, like the one that Walter White drives, if those were like decently reliable, I'd find a decent old one and buy that. Those cars, they're ugly. They're so ugly, they're cool. And Walter White kind of made them cool. But they came in like crazy colors. Like that green Walter had, you'd see a lot, but there was like a bright red one, a banana yellow one. Kind of like your shirt there. Those are kind of cool cars. But anyways, before we get too off topic with Transformers, or before we end the topic here, my favorite Autobot, probably Optimus Prime, bro. He's the king. Optimus Prime is badass. I like him a lot. Second would probably just be Bumblebee, but I know that's like, they're all both pretty generic. And then, Starscream's my favorite Decepticon, but Megatron's he's a ghoul, man. He is sick, scary.
Dude.
He's scary.
I really do like him. Yeah. He don't fuck around. I do like I don't know if you got the old timer, the one with the cane. He literally has a cane. That's the one that like tells him how to revive Optimus Prime. He's in like a museum.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah. That guy was cool. He's like a fighter jet, and he's fucking huge. He's like giant as hell, like bigger than like all of them. But like he's so old, he has like a cane. It's weird. But that's probably my favorite right there. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, but cool. Like in the first movie, like Bone Crusher's one of them. He's like a military. He's like a thing with like a dozer arm, and Optimus Prime just dismantles that motherfucker and like,
does he?
Yeah, just like
That's
runs
awesome.
the sword up through his head and shit. Pretty gnarly.
Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Transformers is fucking nerdy as hell and kind of lame, but I thought the live action movies were kind of cool. However, again, I've only really seen that, I think the first or second a long time ago. But we're gonna see. You know, stay tuned. I'll review them all once I'm done with all of them and
All
say
right.
which ones are the best and which ones are by far the worst. But I wouldn't be surprised if I come back and say the first one's just the best one because it was a good movie. Yeah,
It was a good movie. But ladies and gentlemen, I like the Whitest Kids You Know. I'm a huge fan of them.
Yeah,
you know. And I got this shirt. This is a Whitest Kids You Know shirt, right?
Yeah.
It's just pretty cool. It's got one of my favorite sketches, the businessman, the business sniper.
Yeah.
Just says Mondays on it. I thought it was pretty funny. I did order this shirt back in January and got it April 15th. So you do the math there, count the number of days, and you realize I got fucked. But then I go on the website and they're like, oh, guaranteed ship in 7 days. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, that's faulty advertising. That's bullshit. Because I emailed them and they're like, yeah, our production's completely slowed. Then why would you lie on the website? That's like false advertising.
What are they still using to print their tees? What blanks are they using?
Teespring.
Why are they still on Teespring? Everybody was like, these are garbage, dude.
They are shit quality. But to be fair, it was like $25-$30 after shipping. It wasn't terrible. And if anything, it goes to Mars. So at least they can make it look nice. But it is a shit quality tee. I'm very disappointed. And I got a couple people who said like they wouldn't wear this just because he's got a sniper. This is Mondays. But like, I don't really care. I don't think it's too PC. And to be fair, if I go on the website, let me tell you some of the options I have besides this one.
I have the local sex spot hoodie.
That's literally, local sex spot, which I think is hilarious, but no one would get. There's one with a little gallon of milk that says PCP on it. So I could get that one. Or I could get the baked beans with Timmy as a woman, all with baked beans all over her face. I could get the president, now you fucked up in the background, or you get the sex robot. So I'm kind of playing with a loaded deck of hands there, or it's like anyone I pick is going to be somewhat controversial.
Yeah.
I went with the Monday sniper guy.
You remember your favorite sketch, X-ray goggles?
Fuck that.
Remember the music?
Terrible.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah. That's the worst thing I really. Don't look that up. Don't even watch it.
Look up Whitest Kids You Know X-ray goggles. You won't regret it. It's a great sketch.
You'll be so disappointed. If anything, watch the Horses Love Stegosauruses.
That's a great.
That's a good one.
I popped into their stream not too long ago. Darren was on. Darren's actually getting a tattoo of the Stegosaurus.
That's cool. Good.
I think he's gonna have, or maybe like a horse on it too. He's not sure. He's thinking like a horse and like a Stegosaurus kissing. He thought would be kind of funny.
That would be cool. Yeah, I like that.
What if it was like a really detailed one where they're like actually like locking?
Yeah. That'd be curse.
Yeah,
no, I love them.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see if Mars comes out.
It'll come out
when it comes out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've looked, but if you go look at the like pictures they have of what each character is gonna look like, it's like a preview, not finished. They look like they're in DeviantArt. They look like shit. And if that's gonna be the quality of the movie, I will not watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
I can't. It looks like a 12-year-old.
The writing's gonna make it.
The writing will make it. Yeah.
It's not what it looks like. In my opinion.
I think it'll be better.
Some other movies I watched lately, before we get off this topic, is so I didn't know it was a show until after I watched the movie, but there's a movie called The Last Kingdom, 7 Kings Must Die, that's on Netflix. It was in the top 10, so I watched it. It's like a medieval one. Really good. I recommend it, even if you haven't seen the show. And I'd never even seen the show. After that, it was like, you might like The Last Kingdom TV show. And I'm like, wait, what? And I was like,
yeah.
It's like a whole 5-season like medieval style show, Viking-esque kind of stuff, like in England, like early England, medieval England is what it's about.
Okay.
And like one of the greatest rulers back then that drove England forward. I thought it was a super good movie. I'm not going to really talk too much about it other than like the battles are good. And there's only one big battle in it, really. A lot of it's dialogue, but it's kind of cool. It's, it's like a story of like basically a coup happens, and there's a lot of people stabbing each other in the back. One guy's trying to tell him to do the right things, and dude doesn't listen. He's still doing horrible things. And it really turns out he was right. You know, like it's a good movie. If you like that medieval shit, check out The Last Kingdom, Seven Kings Must Die, or the TV show. I'm sure is probably really good too, which I should probably look into. This movie I'd seen multiple times, but I rewatched it last night just simply because it was on Netflix. I hadn't seen it in years. But The Last Stand with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You seen that movie?
Yeah, with Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville,
Yeah.
and that movie's great, dude. I forgot how decent that movie was. Like, it's got some bigger names in it, and like, I don't know. I just think I like the whole sheriff act as him being a badass is cool, but then like Johnny Knoxville's like the comic relief. He's doing he cuts down the telephone pole and fucking falls into the truck. He's got the big guns. He's got the Gatling gun. He's like feeding it and smiling while he's like unloading. It's a great movie. I like Arnold movies. I don't know. What did you think of Last Stand?
I haven't seen it since I was really little, but I remember not liking it. So I don't know. It probably still holds up in my head.
Forrest Whitaker's in it. Is that his name?
That is.
He's the one with the kind of lazy eye.
That doesn't help me. That could be anyone.
Kind of like the droopy eye.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
If you look up Forrest Whitaker.
Is it a big black woman? Because
no,
if it is, that sounds familiar. But... Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I only got
never heard of her. Isn't that what Tourette's guy says?
Never heard of her.
Yeah, he's like,
right.
He's like, no, Dad, Amazon.com. Never heard of her.
He's like, shit, fuck. Oh man, that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking, I wonder if he made money off of that. Think he's rolling in it?
No,
probably not. It's too early. Way too early.
Those of you listening, there was a freaking. It's horrible, really. But it was a guy. I don't know if he actually had Tourette's. I don't think he did. He pretended he had Tourette's and would swear all the time on YouTube. And they're very old. You can go look it up, and you got uploads from like at least 10 to 15 years ago, like when YouTube started. And
back when you could say faggot and not get banned.
Yeah, like yeah, exactly. You could say that.
No, you could.
And he would just there's this absurd clips of him, different scenarios of him just swearing or getting into altercations. It was funny for its time, obviously. But
for its time, it holds up. Paul, brass tacks. Real question here.
Yeah.
Should the special needs learn to fight? Yeah or nay?
Probably not. Aren't most special needs kind of also a little mentally unhinged?
Yes, but I don't know. I beg to differ because there was I'm not gonna name him, but there was a kid in our high school who had anger problems and really bad. Like he'd throw stuff and get angry.
Yeah.
They decided, oh, let's put this kid at Lorenzo's boxing. So they did, and that's where he goes. So now you got an anger management, also autistic kid that knows how to fight. That is a recipe for a dangerous man. But you get the ones that have anger management and aren't violent. I think you give them a lot of confidence. Learn how to fight, you know?
I see your point. It just depends on how mentally...
It's approach. How mentally.
Like, I don't know, man. What do you think?
I think yay. I think there should be. Because I think
everyone should learn how to fight, so I guess I can't exclude.
I think especially the special needs as well don't some of the more out there ones don't get a chance to work out consistently, and that'd be a great way to give them that. The ones that are kind of there.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like with Asperger's and autism, but yeah, that angry kid, he sure was angry, and I hope he got, his meds sorted out.
Yeah.
But yeah, giving him boxing lessons was like probably the worst way to handle that.
Yeah. How's your boxing been going now that you're kind of back into it?
Good. I been going at it pretty consistently. The days I can, it's still freezing outside, so I'm like, whatever. Don't be a bitch. Because those days it was warm, like that week, I was going out there every single day, and I didn't want to stop. I'm good. I've been doing 30-second intervals, 3-minute rounds. Probably do like 12, 15 of those. Then after that, I do a little ab workout. It's very ab centric when I go out there. Not really a lot of heavy weights, more using my body weight, because you'd be surprised. I have like 8 exercises you can just do laying down.
Yeah,
and it's like they're all good and they'll make you gassed. Yeah, so no, I really appreciate looking back when I went to Jungle Boy's, his classes, how ab-centric his workouts were. Like they're brutal. So just been doing that. It's good though. I've been having a fun old time.
That's good. Yeah, it's going good for me. Just consistent, 3 to 4 days a week, or at least 3 a week. I don't know if I'm gonna go this weekend. I want to. I probably should. I've been going at least a Saturday or a Sunday too to get 4 in a week.
yeah. Think about it. Next weekend, you're probably not gonna want to go.
You're right. I
Sunday, you
should.
know. So
Yeah. And
that's my reasoning. You'll feel better if you do anyway.
oh yeah, I mean, that's like one of my favorite things about the weekend. Here's the deal. I wish I had the time to cook my breakfast, get a good night's sleep, and get to work on weekdays and also
Yep.
box in the mornings, but I just don't.
Yeah.
It's either
No, you don't.
Paul, you cook and prep your meal, or Paul, you get to go to boxing in the morning. And like when I'm not, I need to eat like to stay with kind of my diet things. So
Hmm.
I just do boxing in the evening, and like it's not like I don't like it. I mean, I've been doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday consistently, but it's like I'm so tired after work, man. Like I don't have a lot of energy, and it is what
Hmm.
it is. Like some days are better than others. You know, I can tell where I got a lot of sleep or the day was so long at work. But I
Yeah.
still go. That's the thing is I'm going. Like it might not be
Hmm.
my full effort every day, but I'm going and I'm participating. Um, but my favorite thing to look towards on the weekend now that I'm going like a Saturday or Sunday morning, I've been doing Saturday mornings. I go to the earliest class. They have early classes like during the week at like 6 a.m., but I go on Saturday, the earliest class is 8 a.m. And honestly, it's like my favorite way to start the weekend because I'll
Yeah.
get up. I won't eat my breakfast. I'll eat it when I get back. So I go in there with an empty stomach basically, or maybe just some pre-workout.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
after
Definitely
that,
agree.
yeah, after that I eat and then I go grocery shopping for the week, get back home, kind of hang out, and then I watch the fights in the evening because UFC's on every Saturday now. So it's just
Nice.
it's a good routine for my set. That's my Saturday, and it's
No,
like
it
my
is.
favorite day
Yeah.
of the week, honestly.
That's good. Yeah, no. That's what's up. I actually have a fast day tomorrow. I'm gonna eat breakfast in the morning at like 7:30, then 8 to 4. I'm not gonna eat.
So do you like
Um
fasting?
I honestly haven't done it much in the past, but I'm gonna start doing it now. I watched a couple more plates more days, and that Thomas
Yeah.
guy, I can't remember his last name, but he said, you could eat a small breakfast in the morning, do that 8 to 4, 8 to 6, then eat some at night. I'm just trying to cut a little bit of this fat, just kind of get the water weight away because when I got my wisdom teeth out, I wasn't eating anything, for like those 2 days, barely eating anything, and I was fine, like because I was just like I my teeth hurt so much. I mean, they didn't hurt too much, but like I was eating popsicles and shit. So you'd be surprised how much water weight you do lose in those couple days. Like
Yeah.
it's substantial, especially since I drink water all the time. So yeah, I just got a slightly miserable day ahead of me tomorrow, just because I'm not gonna be eating a lot, but
Yeah.
it'll be all right. And
More
working.
shout out more plates, more dates, Derek. I use his
Yeah.
Gorilla Mode or Gorilla Mind products. I love the protein. Um, it's my first pre-workout I've ever tried, and again, it's no stem because if I
Mm.
took that in the evening, I'd be wired, I think. And it doesn't really do much for me, really. I don't really
Really?
notice a huge difference, bro. And maybe it's because it doesn't have caffeine. I don't know.
I got mine right here. I've had great luck with this. This is Axe and Sludge supplements, blood flow, hydraulic, icy blue raspberry flavor. Don't like the flavor.
How
But
much caffeine in a scoop?
no caffeine, no stim. I want to. I'm gonna go get a stim one and no stim when I go back to All Star. Um, Paul, but I think you should get a stem one for your weekends. I think if you added that in the morning there, get you going a little more. But no, I've had really good luck with this. Paul, look and see if yours has any beta alanine in it. Just curious, because this has beta alanine in it, and that's the type of shit that literally makes you itch. I don't know if it's negative for you, like it
Okay.
physically makes you itch, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it, and it makes you want to move because when you're moving, itch isn't unbearable, it's just a little thing you don't even realize it. But when you move, it just feels better and it just makes I don't know, dude. I've had really good luck with this. It's almost night and day using this for workouts. I've been using it for about 3 weeks now. So
Okay.
I like it though.
Yeah, I'm for
Really
sure
like it.
liking the protein. I think the protein's making a difference.
Yeah, I don't know how much mine has in that. And that's a liquid one,
Your
right? It's
pre-workout
not a
has
pill.
protein? See, mine doesn't.
No. Oh, okay. Mine doesn't either. Yeah, I was gonna
I
say, where
think
you get the
pre-workouts
protein
don't
from?
have protein. I just do a protein shake, the Gorilla
Oh
Mode.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I got what I do, Paul, is I got the whey. Oh, I have it right here. Look, got all types of fucking props and gimmicks on the cast today. I use this guy right here for the listeners. Gold standard, 100% whey, optimum nutrition. I put 2 scoops of this in milk, apple, like 1/4 cup of peanut butter, oats, a banana, or excuse me, yeah, no apple, excuse me, a banana, and it's good. You mix it all together. You get about 90 grams, something like that.
Damn, that sounds tasty.
80.
You wanna know what I do? I take a
Yeah.
scoop and I put it in 10 ounces of cold water, shake it up in a blender bottle, and chug it.
Yeah, dude, if you're trying to bulk, don't do that. Just do what I do because it gets that like fat in there. Put the oats in there, you get the
Yeah.
banana, the peanut butter, the milk.
I
And
do
I
my
put 2
protein
scoops in
shake
here.
after I work out.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I drink it after. I
Yeah.
think that's what I read was optimal. Because each scoop is 33 grams. So I put 2 in there at 66, and then plus the banana and the oats and shit that adds up a little bit. So maybe it's a little closer to like 70, but
Yeah.
it's still a lot, you know. How much do you think you're getting in yours?
It's 25 grams a scoop.
Okay.
And I
bet
just
you
do
could be
one.
getting more.
I just do one scoop. But I remember I'm counting macros, and that's like half a meal. So I only take my protein shake after the days I work out. So Monday, Tuesday, Friday, after I
Same.
work out, I take those, and that's half of my evening's protein. Now, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, and I should just still be eating the protein macros, but I consider drinking a protein shake eating, so I add it into my
Oh,
thing.
it is.
Yeah.
It's well, especially with mine with all the other shit. It's a meal,
Yeah.
you know.
Like I could do double scoop and just completely skip dinner, but I want to get my other nutrients from
Well,
like the berries and other stuff I eat.
that's not bad. I mean, I guess if you're trying to cut correctly, or you're trying to
I'm in a
get
maintenance.
maintenance.
So there's
Okay.
maintenance, cut, and bulk, I think is like the
Yeah.
main three.
I
And they said for somebody that's kind of skinny fat like I am, or at least this is what Dr. Mike says. Shout out Dr. Mike Israel on
Mhm.
Renaissance Periodization. But he says someone that's skinny fat, he's like, he's like you're in a tough spot because he said you're not like he's like great, you're not super fat, but you don't have a lot of stuff you can turn into muscle, but you're also like not super skinny, so you can't just go right into bulking. So he's like, what you need to do is what he recommends is take a year of eating mainly healthy foods. And now I don't know if I'm gonna go a year, man. My diet right now is just 3 months. We'll see, you know. I
Go a
might
year.
just go. I don't know if I can eat chicken and rice for a fucking year, bro. I mean, there are other
You gotta
things I
swap
eat.
her up.
I
Yeah.
know. I need to just look into other things that I should eat to replace maybe after 3 months. But he said go a year of eating mainly healthy foods, doing the maintenance thing. And he doesn't recommend his app. He does like talk about it, but he's like, there are other great ones out there. But he's like, whatever works for you, right? And
Yeah.
he's just like, for an entire year, eat mainly healthy foods. After that, you kind of look where you're at weight wise, where you want to be. Then you're going to want to do, I can't remember if it's cut or bulk next. I think he says cut. But part of me, maybe it's a shortcut, but part of me thinks maybe it's like go right into bulk and then do a cut, and then a bulk, and then a cut, and then a bulk, and then you just flip off back and forth. Maintenance is for people that just want to maintain kind of where they're at and kind of also figure out where they're at and where they should be and what they should be intaking. And this diet coach app has been great. I mean, I've already lost 4.2 pounds, you know, so, and that's, I think, mainly fat.
That's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna stick on the intermediate fasting for cutting that water weight. But yeah, I was gonna give some input, but then I'm like, I don't really know a lot, so I don't really want to say anything that
It's
so
all
makes it
good. And we
sound
also don't want to
stupid,
bore
but
the listeners. We talk about
no.
working out and stuff all the time. I know not
Yeah.
everybody's into that, but if you ever do want to get into it, I highly encourage if you have a hard time working out, find something, a skill you can learn and get a good workout. Whether it be boxing, you want to do jujitsu, Muay Thai, whatever. Find like a martial art or something where you get a good workout. Like you like biking, just fucking buy a mountain bike and go biking. You don't even think about working out, you know?
Yeah. Do for fun, yeah. It's pretty much why I box. Like, real question though, Paul. Do you go on iFunny still? Are you an iFunny
I never
user?
used it.
Oh, really?
I would
Alright.
just get the recycled
Okay.
memes that
Alright.
would be on other things.
Think you're better than me? Oh, shit.
No.
No, I remember I just had someone be like, remember when iFunny was popular? I'm like, I don't remember that. I never really used it either. It was pretty cringe. It was always cringe.
Yeah.
iFunny. Shout out to all the iFunny users in 2023. You're out there. I believe you are.
What are you doing
Okay.
this weekend? And also,
What
fuck,
do you,
yeah, fucking,
what are
and
you
fuck
doing this
iFunny.
Saturday?
This Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, fuck iFunny. I don't want to talk about that
fuck.
garbage.
I'm gonna work because I work pretty much all weekends. Get that bread in, put in my hours because the next weekend I get to have fun. Tomorrow's my birthday, my big
Yeah.
2-1 golden birthday. Nothing really planned. Yeah, just about that. But play some Minecraft
other
and
than
maybe hang out with a couple buddies.
That's good. I'd be playing Minecraft other than my typical Saturday. Sunday, I'm gonna try to get a new window blind put up. So I think I might have told you about this, but like Dexter, dude, I think is depressed or something, man. Or he's like, he always had kind of bad anxiety. Like even when he was a pup, we tried to kennel train him, dude. He would destroy the kennel. He would fucking shit and piss everywhere in it, even if it was like a kennel his size. And he would bounce it out of our bedroom into the door at our old place, like all the way down the hall.
Yeah.
Like he would freak out, bro. And our neighbors would say, like, your dog's freaking out. Like, and so we just decided not to kennel train him. We're like, this is just like, he's going too nuts. So, and he seemed to be better then. When he was out and about and we'd leave the windows open, he was good. What we found out right away is he would tear down blinds. Like if the blinds were down, he'd chew them up and destroy them. Yeah. Not curtains, but just blinds, like specifically like the vinyl ones that come down. And, you know, that got expensive because he was doing it every once in a while. And then it kind of stopped, bro. I don't know what it was. We moved to that house in Shoreview. Yeah, he grew up. He kind of grew out of it. But then, dude, he had a weird stint of a couple days 2 weeks ago. We left we leave the windows, the blinds open in the main area, but the back door, like, because they say when they destroy shit near exits, it's because like they just have bad anxiety or they're depressed or something's going on. Like we take him outside enough, you know, like it's not like he had to go piss so bad, you know, he would just go at that point, I think. But he fucking just pulled all the blinds off the back two windows, dude, destroyed them. He ripped. We had like command hooks to hang up jackets, ripped all our coats down, tore apart one of Destiny's bags. And like I think it was the cat that did this due to the claw markings, but she pulled an entire loaf of bread off the counter while we were gone and ate like half a loaf of bread, bro. And I come home and she's like bloated on the couch. The cat, I don't know. The cat's a different story, dude.
I think they both were in cahoots.
Yeah. She got up on the counter and pulled it down, and they both maybe had some bread. But because Dexter's not known for really like getting into food, he doesn't really like people food that much. He doesn't even like most treats. But man, you know, he's an Aussie Shepherd Australian healer mix, so he's a ball of energy, or at least he was when he's younger. He's a lot chiller now, but now we just put all the blinds up, and I don't really like that. You know, when we're gone, I don't like.
People could see it.
And like I'm not so worried about the back door ones because like it's you'll see we have like a back hallway thing that's kind of shared, so like you can't like see into it, and we're on the second level. But it's just I don't know. I don't like leave because then I forget, and like maybe I walk out of the bathroom and fucking naked and the fucking windows open. You know, I hate worrying about that shit. So no, I already replaced one blind, and this other one, man. You know, fuck Home Depot. I'm going to go on a rant here for a second. So I don't really like Home Depot. It's like the one we have that's close here, like for a kind of like a home improvement store, I guess. There is a Menards, but it's a bit of a drive. But I prefer the blinds from Menards. Like we went to Menards and bought these other blinds. Well, guess what? Menards, unless you get it custom cut, won't make a 19-inch blind because the side window is like a weird 19-inch long. It's not like
it's pretty long.
Usually they start at 23 and go up, and our other ones are 23 or 26. So I order from Home Depot a 19-inch blind. I get it in the mail. Now I didn't open it because the box said 23-inch, so I returned it. I brought it to the store and returned it, and like you guys sent me the wrong one online. I reordered it right there. Comes yesterday, same box, 23-inch blind. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna open it. I open it, there's a fucking 19-inch blind in there.
What the fuck?
So I probably returned a 19-inch blind last time, even though it said 23-inch on, like literally like in clear as day. But no, my shipping and everything said it was a 19-inch blind, so maybe they just ran out of boxes. I don't fucking know. Or maybe they just cut it down. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'll be spending this weekend. It takes like fucking 10 minutes for me now. I've done it at a few places. Now I know how to just put blinds up easy peasy and all those like little easy screwing kits and whatever. But no, man, I really don't know. We don't really know what else to do. We tried enrichment bowls, which is like you put peanut butter around the edge of a dog bowl and like a milk bone in there and maybe some other things good for dogs like yogurt, and you freeze it and you take it out and you leave it before you go. You first, before you go, you give it to him and make sure he's eating it or tries it. He does not want it, bro. Like to just, you know, he's just so like so just sad when we leave. And like, I think next is going to be a Thunder vest. I think I'm going to have to buy one. It's like a jacket for your dog that makes it feel like they're kind of being hugged. And I guess it's supposed to just like calm them down. I don't know how well it works. Or a Thunder jacket.
Yeah, I mean, so you're gone, what, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day?
Roughly. But not really, because Wednesday, Thursday, not lately, but most weeks I can work from home. So it's easier because I'm here and he can see me and he's fine. And I can bring him out during lunch on a short walk. But yeah, dude, like that's the thing is like it's only like really 3 days a week.
Yeah, I would even think about installing some cameras in your house. Get one of those
I
Ring
was thinking
cameras
about getting one of those like
and just
pet cameras.
yeah, just to see how he's acting because it could be a couple things. Yeah, no, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, the dogs that we had growing up always they're literally known for separation anxiety, so that's just how it is. Like
Yeah.
if dad were to walk up the stairs right now and I was down there with Norman, he'd be crying and yelping,
Yeah.
even if dad was 10 feet away
Yeah.
upstairs.
And the thing is with Dexter's, they say a dog has one master. Growing up, our dogs kind of always went to dad, like as like the
100%.
chieftain.
Yeah, always.
Here though, Dexter's pretty split. Like, and that's kind of, it's because with Des and I, like he spends a lot of time with me, he spends a lot of time with Des, he spends a lot of time with both of us at the same time. And I think if I had to say it, I think he likes Destiny more than me. Because, well, I'm not saying I'm mean to the dog, but like if the dog does something bad, it might be a little more upset than Destiny would be, for the most part. But I don't know if anybody has any recommendations of what to do for a dog that just kind of sometimes freaks the. That's the thing, dude. Is it's so random. Like he went like
know.
he went like 2-3 straight years, and he was living here nearly a year when he started doing that. Now,
get the belt.
Get the belt.
That's my solution.
Yeah.
There is the CBD for dogs, but there's also other like medications you can give them to calm the fuck down to get them high.
It's funny you bring that up. I forgot about that. Destiny brought him to the vet last time. We went to, she found a better vet down here. It was a little cheaper, and they prescribed him anxiety meds. And we gave him one, but it just doesn't. I don't know, man. That's the thing, though. We don't know. Like, what do we just consistently get him anxiety meds and give him one every single day because we don't know when he's gonna act up? Like, we don't know when he's gonna do this shit. So it's like really like a kind of a flash in the pan, like when he's just gonna be nuts.
I don't like the idea of giving them pills either. I don't know, all day, every day.
Yeah,
I fucks them up somehow.
Yeah. And we tried giving him like a yogurt in his food. To like, because it's good for dogs and it's like a sweet treat and they like it, like Greek yogurt or some shit. We'd give it to him, but he would just shit liquid, bro. Like it wasn't good for him.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure. Like, who told you that was good for you?
Destiny said that's what the vet said. Like,
really?
Certain yogurts are good for dogs. Like the one she got, I don't know.
Evidently not.
I don't know. Cats like. He doesn't. You know what cats like? Cream cheese. Dynamo loves cream cheese, dude.
You give her cream cheese.
Yeah, like when I had to drug her, I'd put her crushed up pill and some cream cheese. She like licking it off a plate. She loves cream cheese, dude.
That's
she like
disgusting.
It gets stuck because it's like thick, so she's like smacking it. She loves it.
That's hilarious, actually. Nah, yeah, I don't know. He doesn't like the peanut butter either.
Dude, he likes peanut butter. I think it's because he knows we're leaving. He won't eat when we're gone. Like, well, that's the thing.
Really?
Yeah, because like if we leave the bowl, we don't leave the bowl out when we leave because the fat cat will eat it all and be mean to him and take it. So, but when we have, like, he knows when we're leaving, like when we're getting ready, and then he just won't eat. Like, so that's why you gotta like feed him earlier before you leave. Like right when we get up, we feed him before while we're getting ready and stuff. Because if we were to put it out right before we're about to leave and sit with him and wait while he eats, he won't eat it.
Yeah.
I mean, like when we're in Duluth, he barely eats, and he's with us.
Yeah, you're always concerned about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
anxiety.
Yeah, he's just a wired pup. He's a good dog, but
he's a good dog.
Yeah. Anybody got recommendations out there for how to? Any tips? Let me know in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's annoying, man. That sucks.
At least blinds are cheap. They're like $10 at most, and it's just I'm sick of installing them every once in a while.
I feel that. Yeah. I mean, I'd get sick of them too. I'm getting sick of too having to bring my car to the mechanic. I'm just kidding.
Nah, boy, same here. Yeah. Fucking Buick gang.
Well, yeah, we drive shitters. Yeah, that's what's up. I just like I don't care anymore at this point. I just want to have a car that drives. I'll drive it till it's dead. But just brought it to the mechanic the other day. Having some problems with the acceleration. Like it stalls on me for once to get up to speed.
What car do you have for the listeners?
I have a 99 Buick Century. So the car is a solid 3 years older than me. It's seen some better days, but it's an old grandma car, real low to the ground, smooth turning, smooth riding that baby. But yeah, we're going on a road trip to Puya in about a week. So I brought my car this Wednesday. Hope I get it back Monday, Tuesday, but I have no doubt in my mind I'll get it won't get it back before then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I should have it by then. Yeah, it sucks. It's gonna cost me $700, $600, but it is what it is. Got to get it done. It's that or I crash and burn, and it gets worse.
Yeah.
Because God forbid I go down to Puya, and also wheel bearings are a little out. I just told him to take a look at them. And they go out as on my way down there. So just trying to cross all my T's, dot my I's.
Yeah.
Get
the car tuned up before you go on a trip. It's smart.
No, yeah, it is. I got a cleaner too. I wanted to wait till a warm day, but I realized we're not getting a warm day, so I have to kind of clean it in the 30s. But it's whatever.
Yeah,
it's what it is.
Yeah, my car. Destiny just detailed hers last week when it was like 80 out, and I really should have done mine. But
me too, dude. I regret not doing mine so bad.
There's a lot of the spring left. Summer's coming. I'll have time. I'll get it detailed on the inside. Yeah, I got a 2005 Buick LeSabre. It's got a shit ton of body damage. It's gotten hit a ton in the front, in the same spot in the front, and I haven't bothered to put a new bumper on it, other than just zip stitch it, because it's like it's not worth it. It literally gets hit once a year in that same spot, whether it be a hit or run or somebody just like cuts me off. Like it's never been my fault.
Look up that car, ladies and gentlemen, 2005 Buick LeSabre. It is a boat. That thing is the front end is so wide, dude. I used to hate driving that car. Well, for a starter early car, for the first one you drove, it was bad.
Yeah, depth perception.
Yeah, it is.
On the bright side of it, you can see everything behind you. Like it's got really good windows in the back and rear. You don't really have any blind spots that are terrible. It's a boaty car, man. It's a grandma car. It's old school. It floats right along. The suspension's decent on it. I just got some work done on it, but here's the deal. Like it's got, it's old. It's only got 103,000 miles on it, so that's what it's got going for it. It's GM's best motor, 3.8-liter V6. It's the what do they call it? The 3.8 3800 Series 2. So they're really reliable motors, but of course some of the work I've had to done was motor related, just maintenance. Like the coolant elbows cracked, which are known on it, and I switched those from plastic to aluminum. I did some of the work on it myself, but a lot of it I've had to bring to a mechanic because I don't have a place to work on cars anymore with this apartment. And I do have my own tools, but I hate fucking working on cars outside. When I brought it in, this is what I know, and Max told me this, he sold to me. It does leak power steering fluid extremely slow. Max was like, I have to fill it every 3 months. Bro, I drive pretty decent amount down here, or at least I did my first year, and I would have to it'd barely be down like maybe like an eighth, like after like 6 months, and then I'd just like put a little bit of stop leak power steering fluid in there, call it good. I still check. I have a reminder every other Sunday to check my fluids, but now that I found, dude, so this is what scares me about it. About a month ago, I bring it in to get an oil change, and they're like, you literally have no oil in here. And I'm like, okay,
that's not good.
It's not good.
Just question it. How do you know? Like, I mean, like, I know they knew, but how did you not know? Do you think your car, like, wouldn't you notice that, you think? Because I don't know cars. Wouldn't you notice if you had
I would have noticed a big ass oil puddle because I park in the same spot every day, and usually I look for that shit, and I didn't see one, and then so it must be burning oil, but I'm like, I don't smell it, and usually you can smell it pretty fucking good if it's burning oil, especially if it get out of the car after it stops and it's been running, and you can smell it walking by it. But I never smelled burning oil, and it's not milky, like enough, like no gaskets I think are blown. But here's what I'm getting to. I bring it to an actual mechanic to get it inspected, and they're like, no, it's not leaking oil. But I could see a little bit of oil seeping across the intake gasket, which coincidentally is due at about 120,000 miles. But it's not like enough, like you would be, if it was pissing that much fucking oil in a 3-month span from my last oil change, because I get conventional, I would know, like I would see it. With that being said, I know I hate working outside on cars. I think I'm just going to do the intake gasket myself. I already have the gasket. I've had it for the last year because I knew that maintenance was kind of coming up. I looked up what was going to kind of be due on it around this time. And I have that gasket. The thing is it's like, it's not that big of a job, but it's one of the bigger jobs I would ever have done, which is like pulling the intake top. There's a lot of shit that's got to come off.
I know it's shitty, but just worst case Ontario, come up here, do it in the garage. Take a day.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. With my problem is I'll forget the one goddamn tool I need, and then I'll have to go buy it. It's just, it's like being here with all the shit I have is
That's
nice.
True, yeah.
But again, I'd be doing it outside. At least I'd be able to do it out back behind our place here, not on the road. Like we have a parking spot back here at Desk Parks in. But I don't know, man. I'm really getting sick of working on cars. Like I'm hoping to be financially in a spot where it's like I just have money. I can just be like, just fix this for me, please. You know, in a time.
That's what I have to do.
We'll see. The thing is after I got it inspected by the real shop, I brought it to that mechanic guy. And this is what they found. They found this place I got it inspected at. They found that it had my passenger side steering tie rod was so dangerously loose they didn't recommend me driving it home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I drove it home, and I drove it all the way to the other. I drove it the rest of the week, and I drove it all. I'm like, if it was already that bad, it's like, fuck it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It snaps, it snaps. But it didn't, and I brought it to this cheaper guy because he does work for really cheap, and he did the steering tie rod, and I asked him to do my gasket, and he straight up just didn't do it. He was just like, it's not leaking, it's fine. And I'm like, well. But I'm like, but I would pay you to do, it's there. The gasket's in the, and he's really good. Like he'll use my parts. Like I've brought in parts before and he'll just use my parts. And I told him, hey, I got the gasket, good to go. And then he was just like, it's not leaking. There's no reason to replace it. And I'm like, he's just like, the reason why I got the car inspected at a different shop is because this guy's a guy that's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's not really about preventative stuff, which I can respect. But it's like, I don't want it to be pissing oil when I bring it to you, you know?
Yeah, for sure. No, I get you. That makes sense.
I put some Lucas oil stabilizer in there. It's like fucking molasses. It kind of like slows leaking in your, like across your engine. So I don't know. I checked it the last couple of weeks. It's been right up where it should be. I don't know where the ghost oil went. It's going somewhere. I don't know. I fucking hate cars. I just, I don't ever want a car. I want a new car, but I don't ever want a car payment. And I also don't want to just go blow like thousands of dollars cash on a car because you also have a hard time going to a dealership. They don't want to work with you if you got cash because they want they want you to finance. And it's just, I don't want to go to some side of the road Joe Schmo car dealership where they fuck you. Like, it's just, I used to.
It's shitty.
Yeah.
Shitty enterprise and how it works is it just doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm sick of them as well because I know this is gonna cost me a little money to get it fixed, and then I got to worry about maybe he gives you the call, your car's done for, bro, pack it up, nah.
It probably just needs the throttle body cleaned and new spark plugs and wires, and I bet you it'll be tip top. I mean, you already did the MAF sensor, and it was running rough because of that, so
then maybe the wheel bearings, I think we'll be all right.
You'll be fine. Everyone's like, well, Paul, like, if you don't want to have a car payment, like, you're just gonna have to. You're like, if you want a new car, you're just gonna have to pay just lease one because they pay for everything that needs work on it, right? That's how it kind of works.
Oh yeah, they do. My friend leased
like our brother
only drive a certain amount.
Yeah, our brother Ben does that. Our brother Joe does it, and it's just like. I don't want to lease a car though. I want something like I want to own it, but then like I'm responsible for all the repairs that go on it. I get the one bad motor they made, like or the bad tranny.
And you also have to pay for the amount of miles you're gonna drive that year beforehand,
and you still have to fucking insure it full coverage. So it's just like right now I got liability on my car. You want to know why? Because I'm a single adult male under 25. Well, I'm about to be 25 here in literally like 3 weeks. And I don't know, I think it's like 26, 27, your insurance starts to go down. But dude, for liability on that Buick LeSabre, I pay $120 a month.
Yeah. And how much does Destiny pay in contrast? 70, 60?
She has full coverage because she's got a nicer, newer car.
Yeah.
I don't know but hers for full coverage is like 110 though.
Yeah, because they pay less if you inflate it for men.
Yeah, and I get it, but also like don't. They kind of just screw you, and I wouldn't even have full coverage on that thing anyways. It's not worth it. I don't have a payment on it.
Yeah, because
it's the potato. Because I even hear people, man, they go buy a brand new car, and they're having they go like brand new. I'm talking like they get like brand new, like 2020 whatever the model year, which isn't really smart. You should really be buying, if you're going to get a newer car, get one that has like 10,000 miles on it. It's like a couple of years old.
Yeah.
But like these people, this was wrong with it, or it got recalled for this, or it needs this replaced because we did it wrong. So it's like, you're still having to get it fucking repaired. So it's like you either just take your chances, get a used car you pay cash for, you put liability on it, depending on how much you care for it, and you just pay for all the fixes on it, or you get a new car and maybe have that possibility that like, shit. This might need work, even though it's
I don't.
fucking new. Like every car
no.
is gonna need work. Like I never kept up on regular maintenance on all my cars, because they've always been older, and I've always just kind of fixed things as they were starting to go, or if I notice a problem.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to ever own a new car, though, I would literally like have the manual and be like, when does this need to be due? I don't care if it's broken or not. I'm getting it replaced. Because that's how you keep cars in good shape, you know?
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good viewpoint. I never have to worry about, well, I do and I don't, but having, like you said, like, I don't know if I buy this new car and it's junk. I'm kind of blessed with the amount of brothers who know about cars where they're like, yeah, that's junk. You know, and I'll be pretty right about it. I mean, for God's sakes, shout out to Max. Like, motherfucker drives my car and
He's
it's like
strict.
this, and he's like this, and that's wrong. And 99% of the time, he's dead on. And it's like, how the fuck do you even know that? Like,
It's just research and years.
it's nice. It's research.
He doesn't want you to go through the same thing he went through. He's been really helpful
Yeah.
for me, too. I honestly wish Max said a little more to me about the Dodge Spirit when I bought it. I should have never bought that project car.
Yeah.
I dumped a lot of money into it, barely drove it, and then sold it for basically what I bought it for.
Mm-hmm.
You win some,
it's
you
all right,
lose some.
to learn experience.
Yeah.
And you could say you own that at some point, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's really nice. Just I agree with the car thing. I'd love to just have a car that's reliable. It's gonna be to point A to point B, and I don't have to worry about it. But hoping to get my car back Monday is my hope, but we'll see. You know, who knows?
Yeah,
it's gonna happen the whole weekend though. Unfortunately, to my guess.
Yeah,
the way she goes.
It's the way it is, man. You know, if I didn't like flashy cars so much, or cool cars that go fast or make cool noises, I really need to, there's going to be a time in my life where I'm going to buy a newer car. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe not anytime soon, but it's going to happen. I'm mainly looking at a house right now before a better car. But
that's the way to do it.
I really need to focus and not buy what I want, but what is practical and also kind of what I want. Because if I was smart, I really should just buy a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord, like a newer one, or a Toyota Corolla or a Toyota Camry, because those things just run forever and they're decent. Now, I want more power, so it's like I'll probably just get an Accord or a Camry. V6 is enough for me. I have no problem with that. Not really a truck guy. I have no reason to have one. I'm not one of those guys that just owns a truck to have a fucking truck, because a lot of people do. They don't move shit or do shit with it. But yeah. There's just no and I don't. When I had that truck, I loved that truck. Don't get me wrong. I fucking loved that truck I have. The gas mileage was insane, and it's just wasn't for me. And I didn't tow stuff or do it, so it wasn't really worth the gas I was paying to put into it, because, you know, it's just a point A to point B. I think, however, though, when I get pretty settled and have a lot of money in a house, I would like to just have a getter. They call it a getter car, an A to B. I want to just have a beater car that I pay liability on. I have a nice car that I drive daily, but maybe not daily, or maybe maybe I do it a little differently, right? Where like my nice car is my one I only drive in the summer, and it goes away in the winter, and I use the beater for the winter and just A to B stuff back and forth to work. Other one I use to just get around or go places. Go shopping. That's the smart way to do it, I think. But again, like it's an investment, man, and cars, they depreciate in value. Like they don't ever go up. Anybody out there that says like, oh, I did this mod, you know, it's this much money. Sure. But then you're getting into like a nitty gritty market of like only so many people will buy that car from you because of the things you've done to it. You know, like you're really limiting, like if it's completely stock and it's been well taken care of and just regularly maintained, you know? I don't know. I could go on and on about cars because I love cars. Like what I really want right now is I want a Hyundai Tiburon again, but I want the GT. I want the V6 one. Yes, they're slow for a V6. I think the cars look sick. I think it's literally just a great value Porsche. I love it. Okay. I don't care. It doesn't got a turbo. I don't care. It doesn't make cool noises. I just like the look of those cars, and they're front wheel drive. I have no problem with that. But again, finding one that isn't completely clapped out for under 10 grand is tough.
Unheard of. Yeah.
Because they're pretty rare now at this point. They're old. They don't make them anymore. You know, lately, you know what a Honda Element is? Those square cars. Even though it's a 4-cylinder, I kind of want one of those.
No,
because you could put a little lift kit on it, a little overlanding vehicle, a little tiny 2.4 cylinder, whatever.
Those
it's got
look stupid. Don't get one of those. I'll flip it.
I at least want a hatchback or a wagon next, because this scooter, I can fold it up and put it in the Buick, but I want something that's got a little more room and can hold the scooter a bit better, so I can go places and go on rides with it.
Yeah. Can I turn the topic to something that's kind of been weighing on my mind? New York City mayor is banning some meat. They're
Meat?
trying to cut emissions from meat down like to 30%, and it's bad. They're pretty much what they're doing, and this is what kind of like the new elites want. And part of the problem is they're saying that food-based emissions are the problem, and we need to cut those out. And 99% of those are from uh, harvesting meat, killing cows and stuff. But they never think about the diesel, and all the plants that get killed harvesting crops, right? Pretty much what New York City is trying to do is they're trying to put a huge tax on meat. And well, they're not trying, they're gonna tax meat so where it's outrageous price so that only the top can buy it. And they're gonna have plant-based food. Right now they're pushing into the senior homes where all of it's gonna be plant-based and none of it's gonna be meat. And they're saying that it's been proven to help with depression, anxiety, and your general well-beingness, and all that is false.
Because I hear the carnivore diet's really good for that stuff.
The carnivore diet isn't even recommended because it's kind of not good for you because
Yeah.
it'll fuck you
No,
up.
I'm talking like in stints. Like
Yeah,
a
in
diet
stints,
of
yeah,
2
no,
months
I
or a
agree.
month of
Well,
meat or something.
To say that meat is bad and is harming the environment is an appalling statement to make because we have been eating this
It
for
is harming the
thousands and
environment,
thousands of years.
but it's also
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because of the way we get it now. But it's also like there are other things causing more
There are other
emissions than
things
fucking
hard.
meat
Yeah,
factories.
I guess
you
you're
know?
right. Yeah, it is harming the environment. You're right, but there's thousands of other things that are worse for you, and that is like one of the staples that is good for you, right? It's been proven many times over and over again that this overprocessed grain and wheat and soy that you're getting from this plant-based diet is extremely bad for you. It's been proven many times. I don't care what anyone says that plant-based shit is not good for you.
Yeah.
It shouldn't smell like that. It shouldn't taste like that. You shouldn't be eating it. Steve-O was a big one that opened my eyes to it. Steve-O of all people. He's like, I was vegan for a while, and then I go to the doctor, and they're like, yeah, all this vegan shit you're eating is terrible for you. It's killing you.
Yeah.
And then he stopped eating it, and he feels better.
Yeah.
Started eating meat again. It's just a really dangerous slippery slope where they're trying to like put taxes on meat.
Yeah.
So because they think that's the problem with climate change is from coming from the meat, where it's like there's dozens of other things you can look at, like vehicle emissions and
Yeah.
just also like even farming emissions, like getting crops and shit. But yeah, I just think it's really scary that they're doing that because how soon is it till it happens to us?
Yeah.
Where steaks aren't $15 now, they're $40.
Yeah.
And it's just a slippery slope. People are gonna be sick. I think kids are generally gonna feel more sick, and this overprocessed grain shit is really, really bad for you.
Yep.
It's not good.
100%. And everything's good in moderation, right? Like you
Absolutely,
can be a vegan, just don't be a vegan 24/7.
Mhm.
Like be a vegan for a month or two and then eat some meat the next month.
Yeah.
Or do just go back to like a regular eat
Or
whatever the
just
fuck you want.
be a pussy.
I think everything's good in moderation. It's the people
Yeah.
that are like, well, I don't, animals are killed. I get that. I totally get it. But it's like your body kind of needs that shit, bro. What do you think our ancestors ate?
For
Thousands
hundreds of
yeah.
thousands of years, and you think you have it figured out? Oh, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, what I hate is stop calling meat vegan food variations of the meat equivalent, like chicken nuggets, CHIK, chicken nuggets. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what does that mean? And it's not even real chicken nuggets. Or Beyond Meat is one of them. Beefless meatballs. Now, what does that mean? Now, what the fuck does that mean? Are you fucking retarded? Like, really think about what you just wrote. That's on a package at work. Beefless meatballs. What are you talking about? Or, fuck, it's just so stupid. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Chicken nuggets? What do you mean chicken nuggets? Call it something else. Call it garbage. Call it whatever. Like Beyond Meat? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just stupid.
Speaking of things that are bad for you, dude, I'm back on my bullshit. Like I bought a disposable vape. Like it was just I got it almost a year. I did 11 months of no nicotine, which is pretty fucking good. And don't get me wrong, in that 11 months, there's maybe like 1 or 2 times I took a puff of a cigarette from someone or I hit someone's vape, but I was very good about it. Now I'm back on my bullshit. I got a fucking Funky Republic. Is what this is
Get
called.
that fucking you should not be inhaling that. Ladies and gentlemen, stay away from Funky Republic vapes.
Sponsored
bro.
by Funky Republic.
No,
No,
what
we're
percentage
not.
is that? 30, 50?
I don't know what it is. All I know is that the flavor is watermelon ice. It tastes good. And it's got an LCD display on there. It's got 7,000 hits. It's got Type C, really high tech. No, this shit's bad for you. That shit, everything's bad. You shouldn't be inhaling anything into your lungs, folks. Don't smoke anything.
At least I know what I'm getting from this. No, stay away from the vapes. Actually, I've been off the cigarettes, like on and off. They make me need to use the can all the time. They make my stomach upset.
Yep.
That's just nicotine does to you. So I probably smoke maybe one a day. Yeah, right. I couldn't imagine hitting that throughout the day. It makes you feel like shit. Nicotine bad. Stay away from that. Ick.
It's also a nootropic.
I don't know what that means.
Studies have shown it helps you
it is.
think
Yeah.
better,
Okay.
but
it's a stimulant.
It's not good for your lungs though. It's not good for your body, the rest of your body. It's good for your brain a little bit, but nothing. I don't think it's substantial enough to
not prolonged.
Yeah. But again, everything's good in moderation. I say this, we'll see when I quit. I don't think I'm gonna buy another disposable after this.
Good, don't.
That's my plan.
Hold you to that.
I hope. Yeah, I might have a ciggy though at the concert. It's always a good time.
I'll have some ciggies with me.
Yeah,
we're gonna smoke a cigarette at the Tara Reid. What do you mean?
Yeah, we're gonna hang out with Tara Reid. Shout out Getter Tara Reid. But Jackson, we're up at about an hour and 20 minutes here. Is there any topics you want to cover before we call it a show? And just the boys this week, as you know, we didn't say at the beginning, no guests this week. Sorry, guys. We've actually been having a really hard time finding guests. If you have any recommendations out there, you want to be on the show and you watch us and you don't, preferably you're somebody that doesn't know us because, we usually just have buddies on, which is great. But obviously we're kind of running out of guests to kind of book. So let us know in the comments. Reach out to gutterballbusiness@gmail.com and we'll get right back to you. We check it pretty frequently, so.
Yeah, no, I'm good with topics. I just wanted to talk about the New York City thing. I'm good. Y'all, got nothing to say for y'all. Just have a
Jackson,
good time,
I was going to ask you, we have episode 50 coming up here. We really need to brainstorm what we're going to do. I was thinking we should do an in-person cast, like maybe you come down. And
what day would that be?
Well, we don't have to do it we could do it a week ahead, we could pre-record it.
What we really should do it is when I'm coming down there for the Black Dahlia and Bones. Just kill two birds and get stoned.
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Let's just do that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Maybe we'll do an in-person. So episode 50, look out for in-person. Maybe we'll both be here. We'll have Jack bring his mic down. I'll get it all hooked up. Yeah. It'll be a good time.
It can work out.
Yeah. Cool. Let's see. What else? Other milestones? Are we on a year of the cast yet? When was our first upload? Do you know? When's our year anniversary?
Ago. It'll be like June something or maybe July.
We started in June?
July something.
We started that late? Is it? Jackson, as we talked, we gained 2 subscribers.
No shit.
213 now. Nice. Yeah, 9 months ago. Wow. Nice. For some reason I think it's longer, but I guess it's just because it seems like this has just been an everyday thing for us.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. 9 months. Yep. There you go.
Crazy. Everybody out there, thank you so much for listening, tuning in. We really appreciate everyone's support that consistently watches, and we know you're out there. We get at least over 50 views a cast. And that's great. Like that means there's 50-ish people, maybe last 40-ish with us like viewing it, out there listening. And to all of our people on Apple Podcasts listening to audio only, shout out Foster. I know you're probably listening to this, when this gets released. Yeah. Thank you so much. And if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like us to see, let us know. We have been really lacking on the gaming content. I don't know, man. It's a lot. We've been really, both of us have been busy lately, working out, dieting. Once that kind of subsides a bit, we get into the summer maybe later. We do a little bit more gaming or something like that.
You hammer it out a little more. Yeah, for sure.
Well, everybody out there, you ready to call it a show? And also thank you so much for the support. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was 44. Yeah. That was 44.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
That was PKA Gutterball 44. Whoa!